Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 16th to the 31st, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Four of Wands. There's a commitment that we have made that's going to be tested during this time. It can even be a sense of we're kind of looking for a place we feel at home. We might not feel at home right now. And it could be in our own skin, in where we're settled. There is a level of searching, okay, that Spirit is saying be mindful of. Be mindful of even feeling like we need to rebel against what we're committed to and what we really want. So that's going to be very, very important here, Gemini. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, okay. Let me move that up. All right. So we're crowned by the Hierophant. So if we have Taurus within our natal chart, that's coming through very strongly here. If we have Taurians within our lives, they're coming very strongly as crowning energies that are going to be very important to us. We have the Sun, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups. We're looking at what we love in a very real way, but we're also looking at what lets us shine, what has us standing forward, and we're focusing on. We can kind of be focused on the past. The past is going to come up and be very real. We're going to have memories of things, or just kind of like our mind is going to wander, and we're going to find ourselves, back being, 16 or something like that. And it's just going to feel very real. So just be very aware of that during this time. We can feel melancholy or a sense of like, oh, maybe I should have done that differently. So be aware during this time that it's just a little bit interesting. We're going to shine, and that's going to be very important to us. We're also finding a place where we have our footing, where we know what it is that we want, and where we see ourselves quite well. So with the Hierophant coming forward, we're not reinventing the wheel during this time. We're actually finding out how we can take something and make it work the best for us. We're actually becoming more and more in tune with who we are and what we want. Now, there is, with the Seven of Swords, there's something being said, okay? There's something coming forward, and it's a lie, a lie, a lie. And it can be that we might feel a bit under the weather, could have a cold like me, and just your brain is kind of running around things and coming to conclusions that aren't necessarily true. But there is a sense here of, as we're moving forward, there are some words that come forward that want to trip us, some doubts that we hold from the past that are going to try and trip us from moving into our present. And with the Nine of Swords, there's worry there. There's worry there as we're embracing what we love, as we're embracing where we want to be, as we're opening up our hearts and our souls and ourselves to what it is that we desire, or even if we're just loving, it doesn't matter if we're loving. I see this more as like, this could be a love that a parent has for a child. This is like a caring love. Like, I want to see you grow and be strong and be prosperous and be powerful love type of thing coming in. And we're worried about it. We're worried of how to move forward with this. We're worried about how to embrace our own hearts and our passions and where it is that we really want to be. There is a sense of us also becoming students of our hearts during this time, really looking at what it is that we want and weeding out a lot of the nonsense that had weighed us down before. So that's going to be very important here. Now we start with the Hierophant crowning us. The Hierophant is tradition. The Hierophant is power and stability and security. And there's a sense here that I am moving towards that tradition. I'm moving towards what is right for me. And it can be the tradition of our ancestors. It can be traditions that may not necessarily be our own, but we feel very drawn to, very called to. There's going to be a point during this time where I just feel like it's like being wrapped in a blanket and handed a cup of cider, on a cool fall day. That's the energy that's coming forward. It's a sense of security. It's a sense of warmth. It's a sense of coolness too. There's also a sense of like a bit of discomfort, and that discomfort is needed. So if you're wrapped in the cold blanket, your head's still out, and everything. So it can be still cool, but there's a sense of I am moving towards a wisdom that is engulfing me. And there can be a book, very, very simply, just like this book here, but there can also be just these ideas that come forward, and it's calling you back to yourself. It's grounding you. And there's very much a sense that the path has been laid. You don't have to reinvent the wheel at all, but you have to be brave enough to walk this path for yourself, because you're being shown here your talents, your passions, your desires, where it is that you want to be. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. There's happiness being offered to you. The question is, are we going to take it? Are we going to move forward? Are we going to embrace what we need? Are we going to let ourselves shine? Are we going to slink away, hide away? It'll be very easy, Gemini, to hide away, to be the constant observer. Here, it'll be harder to step into this power and let ourselves shine the way that we need to, the way that we want to. With the Six of Cups, nostalgia is coming through very strong. And there can be this sense of, but there is just a strong sense of deja vu around, it just washes over you. It's a deja vu, but it's not only deja vu, it's like you're sitting where you are, but you can remember, like, it almost is like you're in another time. And it can be a past life self, it can be that. But I see this more as all of a sudden, like, we're remembering things from our youth, or from our, from bygone days, that it's so real, it's almost like we're there. Be very mindful about this, because it can make us doubt the way that we shine, because there are things that we can be remembering can be around hurtful words, lies, pains, disappointments. When they come forward and we think, wow, I really did do that wrong, stop and say, no, I really did do the best at that moment in my life. No regrets. Let me move forward. That's going to be very important here, Gemini. With the Seven of Swords, a lie comes forward. It's just a lie is illuminated, and it muddies the waters. It holds us back. It denies us what we really want. So just be aware of that there's something here where it's like the lie comes forward, and it can take away all the blessings that we have been working towards. And it really does make us doubt ourselves, or we're going to just have a tendency to doubt ourselves, overthink, overanalyze, like a good air sign ruled by Mercury does. We can look at things up and down the Mississippi and find 18 million different ways that we just didn't quite get it right. Even though others would say, okay, you did a really good job. For us, it's like, no, I'm going to fret about this, or, make it so that I should have done better. Spirit is saying, let it go. Let it go. The shouldas, the couldas, the wouldas, they're done. We can't. We just can't. And there's power here in understanding that worry can steal your life. It can steal your health. It can steal your joy. We have to look at that worry and say, no, I'm not falling into your trap. We can also be worried about somebody that we just love very, very much. We just want to keep them safe and secure, bubble wrap them, But there's a sense here of letting our hearts grow, letting ourselves grow, pushing that envelope, even becoming students of what we love and where we want to be and what brings us joy and how we move forward for us. And that's going to be very much the game changer here. We are blessed with a joyous heart. And there's something here that's telling us to embrace that joy, to see where it can take us. So let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords. The Nine of Cups coming through. Judgment. The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords over the Nine of Swords. Interesting. The Page of Pentacles over the Page of Cups. And our bonus card is the Magician. Yeah. So there's a magic to us. There is a magic to us that's coming through. Now it's interesting with the Eight of Swords, when it comes to the Hierophant, it's like it's hard to see our own way forward. It just is. We get into our own mind, we overthink, we overanalyze, and Spirit is saying here, really just jump, really just go, like see where it takes you, because there's a power to you during this time where it's like an innate knowledge of where to step. But if you looked at everything and worried about every single step we made, we'd never get there. And the Eight of Swords is getting way too much in our own heads. Way too much in our own heads. And it holds us back. We already have the Nine of Swords that brings worry, doubt, fear, And so we don't need that. So just be very mindful, even though there is that way to move forward. There's also somebody around us. I just feel, you'll feel their hands kind of on your shoulders, steering you. It's your angels, okay? No, seriously. It's your angels, like saying, hey, move that way. And you're just going to feel this light, gentle touch on your shoulders. This light, gentle touch. And it's going to be like, move that way. Move this way. Listen to that. Listen to that, because that's your angels really coming in and connecting with you. With the Nine of Cups, a wish is being granted. A wish is being granted as your passion is shining, as you are illuminating yourself. A wish moves you forward. And that's going to be a very big thing. There's also a sense of a job well done and looking deeper into what you love, what you want, who you are. But a wish is being granted, and it's helping you to shine. It's letting you shine. You're seeing yourself like kind of step forward in a way that is quite beautiful. With the Six of Cups, there's some part of the past, and we can be judging ourselves for it. Like, oh my gosh, that was so silly. Like that's what came up earlier, right? Yeah, that is. Spirit showed that earlier, where it's like we're going to be judging ourselves. But what's supposed to be happening here is we're supposed to be seeing, yeah, that's who I was. And look how far I've come. Look how much I've risen. And look how much I've learned. And that's really going to be a game changer for us. It's like there's power within us that we need to embrace, that we haven't been. And it's saying here, rise out of the past. You don't need to live in it anymore. You've been living in it for quite a while. With the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Patience. Patience around lies. You're going to want people to be revealed absolutely right away. You're going to want people to see that others are lying. Keep doing your good work. Keep on your path. Keep working hard, doing your thing, and you will find that the prosperity comes. Okay? Patience is going to be really important. Also, a sense of making sure you step back and think about things before you act on other people's words, because that can be chaotic as well. That really can be. Just a sense of chaos around acting too quickly on things. Okay, so step back. Don't believe everything that everybody tells you. That's going to be very important during this time, especially around work. Okay, yeah. Make sure you take it in, digest it, say like what feels right, what doesn't feel right, gather more information, then move forward. Because there's something here where you're going to act too quickly off of something somebody's telling you that wasn't true. Okay, it moves you to the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords. And that is, yeah, there's another lie coming forward. And that's what you're worried about. You're worried that the truth won't be seen, or that you'll never get to where it is that you're going. It's either there's a little voice inside your head that everybody has, right? It's the worry, it's the doubt, it's the fear, it's the negativity, it's the hurt, it's the pain, it's the disappointment. That voice is coming forward quite powerfully. And there's a sense here of, well, what if I never get to where I want to be? What if we stand where we are now and embrace the happiness of us in this moment and not care about everybody else? There's power to us here. And we need to embrace that power, understand that power, see the joy within us. And that will move us in a direction that is surprising. It really is. But we can worry. We can worry about the lies forever and ever and ever. And we can be wrapped up in them like blankets when we go to sleep. And just the worry of those lies and those lies moving us forward, and lies, being the beacon that we feel like everything is guided off of. And now it's time to say no. I'm a student of my prosperity and my heart. I am finding where I want to stand. And it doesn't matter how old we are. We're always finding, we're always growing, we're always learning. That's what makes being alive worth it. And here, there is a sense of, okay, let me see me. We're embracing being a student of the earth, as well as being a student of the heart. But we're also going to have people in our lives that show us what it means to love. Like, what it means to plant seeds and watch them grow, and to embrace our heart and see it become more than what we expected. And it's changing the game. It really is. There is a sense here of I'm evolving, I'm growing, and I'm being guided forward in a way that I hadn't imagined. The magic that is around us is the magic that is us, Gemini. There's a spark to a Gemini. We're embracing it. We're seeing what we desire and want and need. We're looking at our talents and our gifts. But we're standing before the altar of our existence, and we're actually claiming now what we have been afraid. And a lot of this reading shows fear, afraid to hold on to, afraid to go after. It's like, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm empowered and I'm emboldened. And there's more here to me than meets the eye. And that's going to be something, as we step up, we have to claim it. The magician stands before the altar of his existence, stands forward and claims. It doesn't just come. And that's going to be one of the things we find a little bit challenging, but also astoundingly rewarding, to stand before the altar, to get up and say, I deserve this. I'm going after it. I'm embracing my power, my gifts, my abilities. And that's changing the game. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, I love it how it was already turned around, is the Princess of Swords, and that's us. We're in student mode. We have the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and now we have being mindful of being the Page of Swords, which is us as a student. Be mindful of being a little bit too young, a little bit too brass, a little bit too naive. Everything that made it so that my great-grandmother's statement, youth is wasted on the young, it was true. So here, it's like, look at things and understand them before you rush forward. Because with the Page of Swords, we can easily be taken advantage of. We can easily seem too naive. And it's not saying that if you have an innocence to you or a kindness, a gentleness to you, that others don't understand, you lose it. What it means is, you know, that teenager phase where you're trying to prove yourself. Yeah, let's not go through that again. Because subconsciously, we're desperately trying to prove ourselves. And it's only to ourselves. Because nobody else is really looking. Our message from Spirit is the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe is handing us a gift of knowledge, tenacity, insight, words, putting things together, like understanding is just coming together. Words, pictures, patterns, ideas. If we step back and we meditate on it, we just think about it, we clear our mind, we put down our phones, we put down everything, and we just think in silence. That's going to be very important. It moves us then to the 10 of Wands. Subconsciously, we carry a lot on our shoulders. We're overburdened and overwhelmed. So just be mindful about this. Subconsciously, we can feel like there's a little bit too much on our plates and not really being able to handle it all. We might need to ask for help, but we also just might need to slow down and say, not everything can be done and not everything will be done. But I'm moving forward as best as I can. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may prosperity and blessings always be with you.